We love to discover new things that are surprising, strange, but also fascinating. Just when you think you've seen it all, there comes a discovery that takes your breath away. We've brought for you some of the rare inventions and happenings around the world that are truly wonderful. Here is the list of cool things we bet you wouldn't have seen before. But before we get started, be sure to click the like button, subscribe and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Let's begin. 516 Arouca Bridge. The 516 Arouca is the longest suspension footbridge in the world. It's named so because it's 516 meters long, located near the town of Arouca in Portugal. While some sources say that it took only 2 years for its construction, other sources claim this massive bridge took almost 5 years for its construction to be completed. The construction started in 2016 and this was opened for tourists in April 2021. The bridge hangs between two immense concrete pillars and is suspended by steel cables. The bridge is not just 516 meters long but also 175 meters above the ground. Such a large bridge with a transparent base is not for the faint-hearted. You'll feel like you're walking on a narrow path over a rolling river between two mountains. This tour will definitely give you an adrenaline rush. Salto del Pastor climbing. This one is especially for trek lovers. You would occasionally need sticks to climb mountains, but Salto del Pastor is a little different from the usual technique. It involves the use of a long wooden pole to which a metal point is fitted to make it easier to move up and down hills, slopes and steep rocks. This spectacular outdoor sport is native to the Canary Islands in Spain. It originated with the Aboriginal inhabitants of the islands before the Spanish conquest period of the early 1400s. Due to the local geography of the Canaries, shepherds requiring a special means of transporting themselves safely across the rough terrain, thus settled on the use of long wooden poles with metal points. If you're not an expert, you should refrain from trying out at rough terrain, as it could prove fatal. Estonia's Isle of Woman. Believe it or not, there's an island where women are in charge of everything. The Estonian island of Kinu. The tiny island on Estonia's coast of the Baltic Sea is home to one of the world's last matriarchal societies. Men began to move away from everyday life on Kinu in the 19th century due to their jobs at sea. Fishing and hunting seals took them away from home for months at a time. In response, Kinu women had to take charge and eventually this became their tradition. Today, 700 people are living here with the majority being women. Women here also play a great role in preserving the culture. People still wear traditional Kinu dress and school still teaches traditional music and dialect. And that's why this place is also on the UNESCO list. Visiting this unique place and experiencing its culture and heritage would be an amazing experience. The Lone Caretaker of Bologna. At times, we all want to take a trip to nature away from the human population and city life. Mauro Morandi, an 81-year-old man, permanently moved to a small island in Italy's Bologna in 1989 to live in nature. He believes that this should be the way of living. When he first came to the island, he learned that the guards were retiring soon, so he took the role and never left the island since. For more than 30 years, Morandi has enjoyed living in this rugged paradise. He's not completely alone. He reads about 30 to 40 books every year in the winters and considers their characters as his friends. He doesn't like meeting tourists a lot and stays by himself. Aside from weekends and the peak tourist season, Bologna is mostly silent. Even with a strong northwest wind and chilly winters, Morandi never left sick and wishes to remain here as long as his health permits. Sea battles of the Colosseum. A massive structure, the Colosseum still stands as a true wonder of ancient Rome. Giant sea battles were staged inside this. A 3-foot tunnel runs right beneath the walls, which were used to fill the Colosseum with water for the sea battle show. It is indeed a sneak peek into mighty Roman engineering. The sea battle show, called the Naumachia, used to take place as a form of entertainment for ancient Romans. It's believed that the first sea show was hosted sometime around 46 BC. More than 2,000 men took part. Along with this, around 4,000 rowers were needed to power the boats. Because of the massive effort taken to get ready for the show, the Naumachia happened infrequently. Participants of the reconstructed battles were usually prisoners and convicts. There was a real risk of death by mutilation or drowning. Nevertheless, the Colosseum is legendary and great engineering architecture. P18ty Walkman. Not everyone will remember the 80s music player, the Walkman, but you can still experience it in 2021 with the P18ty Walkman. It's not a typical Walkman with a cassette, but has definitely nailed the look of the legendary cassette players of the 80s. You can insert your smartphone inside the P18ty Walkman, close the lid, and then hit the musical play button to play the song. You can even fast forward, rewind, and pause using physical buttons. You can either use it as a Bluetooth speaker or use a headphone jack. You can even charge your phone while you enjoy the music. If nothing else, it definitely gives you the nostalgia of owning a traditional Walkman. This is a perfect buy for the 80s kid for a nostalgic touch of the colourful era. Life-saving cyborg beetles. Did you ever imagine controlling beetle movements? Me neither, but scientists are able to control real insects with the help of electrical stimulation, and this massive discovery could be used to save human lives. After studying muscle configuration and neural networks of the beetle, scientists at Nanyang Technological University are able to control the insect by a switchboard. The researchers can manipulate speeds, flying direction, and other forms of motion of the wired insect. But don't worry, turning beetles into cyborgs doesn't harm them. The lifespan remains the same and a beetle has never died right after stimulation. Sensors that detect heat can be placed on the beetle so they can be manipulated to move toward a person. This technology would be very helpful when searching for someone, such as in a criminal investigation or finding someone in rough terrain during natural disasters. Real-life hoverboard flight. The scene might look like it's from the future, but here we are with the flying hoverboard. Imagine having such a hoverboard and it would literally give us the flying experience with control of our legs, just like humans have always fantasized. This hoverboard aircraft has been developed by Hunter Cowold and he calls his invention the Sky Surfer, the world's smallest and most powerful hovercraft. The Sky Surfer aircraft has a total flight time of about 20 minutes and it starts at about $85,000. But this could just be the beginning and we may be able to see such hoverboards easily available with longer duration capacity. Imagine going to your office flying. This could actually save us from the morning traffic, and you wouldn't even require perfect roads to travel. The Chronos Ring. The Chronos Ring is this huge ring of cameras. It's the world's first array of high-speed Chronos cameras synchronized for simultaneous exposures for 360-degree high-speed imaging, or staggered exposures for extreme frame rates. We were only able to watch slow-mo video from one particular angle, but now we'll have the ability to watch it from any angle. That too in high resolution and even in 3D. Developed by Chron Technologies, the Chronos Ring can be configured with software to use any record mode. It also provides communication between network servers and cameras. It's made to serve the film, broadcast and sports industries with the ability to view slow-motion video from any perspective at any time. This will definitely revolutionize how we view videos now. Magix Coconut Light. We're talking about the most adaptable light you'll ever see. It's a minimalistic perfect sphere light bulb that can adapt to all environments anywhere you want. This was designed with the concept that a well-designed light doesn't just illuminate the room, it changes your perception. It's a rechargeable LED light that charges to full capacity in an hour. It self-inflates in seconds and maintains its bounce and sturdiness. The three-point design of the ball creates a balance so that when it's placed on a surface, it stays there. It comes with 4 modes of lighting: normal, flash, breathing and warning, and is completely waterproof. You can use it inside the water surface as well. Not just that, it's made of a durable non-toxic silicone material that's safe for children. It's easy to take along when you travel and it's portable in nature. Coconut light can be folded to 1/6 of its original size. This is the perfect light for both your home decor and travel adventures. Subtropolis in Kansas City. Did you know that there's a ginormous man-made cave in the bluffs above the Missouri River in Kansas City? The 1,100-acre underground storage facility is believed to be the world's largest site of its kind. The interior of the building is mind-blowing. It has a grid of 16 feet high, 40-foot wide tunnels separated by 25-foot square limestone pillars. The complex contains almost 7 miles of illuminated paved roads and several miles of railroad track. There's always some kind of mining and construction going on, and every year about 3.2 acres of available space is added. The mine naturally maintains temperatures between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, making it a great space for a lot of different types of businesses. For instance, you can find tons of restaurant supply warehouses, educational supplies of Grantham University, and over 150,000 film reels. With over 50 businesses utilizing it, Subtropolis is definitely one of the most incredible underground places ever seen. Hinta and Hinyai. There lies a very fascinating pair of rocks at the southern end of Lamai Beach in Thailand. Since the rock has been discovered, it has been a source of giggles and gossip. And this is so because it looks like male and female genitalia. These rocks are known as Grandpa and Grandma since Ta means grandpa and Yai means grandma. There is a famous story behind these rocks. As the story goes, an old couple named Ta Kreng, meaning Grandpa Kreng, and Yai Riem, meaning Grandma Riem, decided to sail to the neighbouring province of Prachuap Khiri to ask for the hand of the daughter of a man named Ta Mong Lai for their son. During their sea journey, their boat was seized by a storm and the old couple were unable to swim ashore. It is believed that they died at sea, turning into these giant rocks. We would recommend visiting this place if you ever visit Thailand, but we can't say if seeing these genital-shaped rocks would be a bit embarrassing if you're with the family. These are all for today, our dear viewers. Let us know what you think of this list in the comments below. Add any examples you can think of that might make this list better. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell for new updates. We'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching.